my next keynote speaker announcement, which is everybody must know him in dressing etiquettes for HR professionals. बात करने के लिए stage पे I would like to invite Hamid Saeed साहब, CEO of Hamid Saeed Image Consultant. He is a New York-based wardrobe consultant and in the business for over 2 decades. A round of applause for him, please.
Thank you very much. First of all, I would like to take a segue from what Asma Sheikh said. She said customer experience. I would say, what about customers' visual experience? I mean, our frontline people, how they're dressed. So this is what, my session is all about. So I hope that I'll be able to add a few pieces of knowledge to you guys. First of all, a little bit about me, who I am. I'm an image and wardrobe consultant from New York. I'm going to tell you a little story about myself, not to brag about myself, but to tell you the distance and the journey that I've traveled so far and why I'm relevant to you. So, next slide. Okay, where am I? All right. These are my educational backgrounds. I'm a graduate engineer from UAT. I also did MBA from New York. And I also studied at FIT, Fashion Institute of Technology, which is the 5th largest university of fashion in the world. Now, why is it relevant to you? Because I have learned a lot of things from them, these institutions. What I learned from engineering is logic. So everything I'll present to you with inshallah, will be with logic. I've also learned how the business world operates. I learned that from MBA. So I'll relate that in my presentation. And the third thing is I learned nitty-gritty of design and image from FIT. So I think I have a lethal combination. And I think, inshallah, I'll demonstrate that. My accomplishments in USA, again, I'm not bragging about it, just to tell you why I'm relevant to you here. I have dressed more than 50,000 men and women in my lifetime. 50,000. That means I've seen every body shape, every coloration. I have seen all businesses. I've seen tall people, short people, heavy people. I've seen all positions. So I think I can bring a lot of experience. Governor of New York, I've dressed him. Pakistani guy, dark-skinned guy, tall guy. Why Governor of New York will listen to me? So if he can listen to me, I think you can also pay a little bit of attention to me. Fortune 500 companies executives, lots of them, loads of them. I've dressed them. Prominent businessmen, celebrities, and politicians. And what are my accomplishments? Okay, why I'm here in Pakistan, you might ask. So I'll tell you a little story. I never thought in a million years that I'll come to Pakistan and I'll spend more time here. And one day I was sitting in my living room and I started thinking about it, that I said, I've done a lot for myself, my family, my business, but what I've done for my country. I'm talking about this country where I was born. This is my dharti, this is my mitti, this which gave me identification. And so this thought came into action plan. And then I started saying to myself, what do I have? I mean, I'm not Dr. Qadir Khan. I'm not going to make Shaukat Khanum there. But then I thought about this, that I've spent over 2 decades in New York in grooming, dress etiquettes, so I think I can come here. My biggest motivation to come here is this, that I think all of you are HR people and you know this, that a lot of talented youth is coming from remote areas. They're very talented, they're very bright, but what they're missing is grooming. So I came here, so I thought if I can make a level playing field for them, that could be a great purpose to come to Pakistan. So I was a little skeptical about it, that what kind of reception I'm going to get here. But I'm very happy that I got great reception. I'm a visiting faculty at Pakistan Civil Services Academy. So these bureaucrats, imagine about 300 of them in each session. These are 300 egos that I need to work with. So I'm doing that. I'm also visiting faculty at Pakistan Judicial Academy. Usually judges tell us what to do, and I'm kind of trying to tell them how to dress and all that. And then I'm also visiting faculty at Government Engineering Academy. And then lastly, I conduct seminars at LUMS, NUST, and UT, and many very prestigious institutions. So this was, I think, it was about me, but now come to the main entree here. Non-verbal communication of clothing. I think that's something that we need to pay attention to. What is non-verbal communication of clothing? Remember, before you utter a single word out of your mouth, when you meet somebody, you have said a lot about yourself, almost everything about yourself. Now, before you utter a single word out of your mouth. So let's see that what are those things that you tell people about you. You know, you have heard about first impression is last impression or lasting impression. So the first thing you talk about as soon as you enter into non-verbally, you're telling people what social class do you belong to. Now, philosophically, we're not going to talk about should you do it, should you not, but we do. Social class means, okay, do you belong from an affluent segment of the society? You belong from a middle class, lower middle class, lower middle class, or village, for that matter? The important point is not where you belong from. The important point is, do you look well groomed? If you look well groomed, let me tell you this, no question asked after that. Also, level of success. As soon as you walk into a room, are you successful? How successful do you look? It's not how successful you are, but do you look successful? So that's the second thing you tell about yourself, non-verbally. Level of confidence. If you don't have confidence, if you don't look like you have confidence, how far can you go? So that's the third thing. The fourth is education. Obviously, you know, the way you dress and all that, people make a perception about you. Are you educated? You are highly educated. You are somewhat educated. So you say a lot about yourself in financial stability. I mean, do you look rich? Do you look poor? Now, why is it important? If you look poor, let me tell you this. People are going to treat you like poor. And how do they treat poor? What they do is they dismiss poor people. So you don't want to be dismissed. And then finally, status and stature. Now, we're talking about HR here, so I'm going to, bring it down to like a few points here. Subliminal messages of HR professionals. You may not have never heard about them. Maybe innately you're doing this. The first thing is you must look like you have authority. You know why? Because you are, maybe you are hiding the person, maybe, or you're working with the people there who are already, working for your company, and you have strong messages to give it to them. If you don't look, you have authority, I think they are going to treat you as such. Also, you must look approachable, because we talked, a big panel was here, they were talking about like, we should have empathy, we should be talking to people and all that. So you must look approachable. And the third thing is you must look credible, trustworthy, because without trust and credibility, forget about it. The game is over. And then also, obviously, you should look professional and competent. I can prove it to you. Here's the guy. He's the it guy on nonverbal communication, Roman Jacobson. Look what he says. He says, you are a sender, you are also a receiver. This is nonverbal communication part. And then he talks about how do you communicate. You communicate through silhouette, you communicate through line, you communicate through cut, you communicate through fit. A lot of people might think like, hey, look, I'm wearing clothes, what else? But does the fit matter? How the clothes fit you? And he talks about fit like in a very, very strong way. Color, what color you're wearing. That communicates. I mean, there are some people, I'm going to talk about colors a little bit. Condition of the garment, texture, hair and makeup. You do communication through that. So there's only one slide I'll share from Roman Jacobson here. If you go to fit, look at that what it says. If your clothes fit you perfectly, if your clothes fit you tailor-made, if you fit you according to your body type, look what he says, how you look. You will look rich. Now, Roman Jacobson, by the way, is a professor, used to be, he's not here in this world anymore. MIT guy, Harvard guy, name it, he was the it guy. Now, didn't he know about Armani? Didn't he know about expensive clothing? Didn't know about Zara? Didn't know about all the brands? But he did not mention anything like that. He said, if your clothes fit you properly, you will look rich. And if they don't, you will look poor. So I think we should definitely think about how the clothes fit us. Image question, what we need to ask us every day. That is this, what image do I project? When you get up in the morning, you're wearing something, whatever you're wearing, ask yourself, what image do I project? And then more importantly, ask yourself, what's the image I want to project? I mean, we just went through the few things, do I look successful? Do I look credible? Do I look, competent, professional? Do I look, I'm an HR professional. What am I silently communicating through my clothing? Don't ask your spouse, like, honey, how do I look? Honey's going to say, you look great, because honey knows that what to say. So don't ask her, don't ask your friends, ask the mirror. Look in front of the mirror, and the mirror will never lie. And then how can I improve? Now, I have developed a formula, but quickly go over that because, I want to give you something to take away. 5 P's of dressing. And my claim to fame is this: if you understand this formula, you internalize it, and you actually practice it, you will never make any dressing mistake. So let's see what that formula is. 5 P's of dressing. The first one is pigmentation, color. The color must be compatible according to your eye color, hair color, skin tone. If it's not, you're not going to look great. I can guarantee you that. And the other one is physique, and then the personality, position, profession. I don't have time to go through all this, but let's talk about color. For men, white shirt is your best friend. White shirt is your best friend. Why? White shirt means trustworthy. White shirt means credibility. White shirt means sophistication. White shirt means refinement. White shirt means pure, honest. White shirt means also, it's also a symbol of peace. And white shirt, हमारे नबी पाक सल्लल्लाहु अलैहि वसल्लम का भी most favorite color white था, so how could we go wrong with that? So that's about white. Now, if you are a female lady, you can incorporate white into your dressing. So you can have, let's say, for example, if you're wearing a hijab, you can take the white and you can incorporate into that. Or you can do some trimming, white trimming. I'm going to show you a couple of pictures. And so for men, it's the white shirt. That's the most. Can we run this video for a second? Now, this is a guy, I think you're going to really love this video. He's an image consultant from England. And let's see what he says about white shirt.
I was just dreaming about Robert Mueller. You might have heard of him. He's currently leading the investigation into this guy's Russian connection. He's the only man that Donald is currently really afraid of. Also, he's a war hero, wounded and decorated in Vietnam. He was the director of the FBI for 12 years. And he's famous for one more thing. He only ever wears white shirts. I mean, always. No exception. None. At all. When he was the director of the FBI, his people wouldn't even dare to wear a light blue shirt. They knew he'd notice and not like it. I think it's because in the movies, the good guy is always wearing white. I salute him. You can't go through life without ever wearing a purple tie or a silk pocket square or golden cufflinks. But you can never live a decent life without a white shirt. A white shirt is like an empty canvas. It's there for you, like an old friend. It's like freshly fallen snow. Or white marble, pure, simple. It has the ultimate clarity. Especially for those of you who are just beginning to dress properly. Start at the bottom. The white shirt, the basic building block. It cannot ever be the wrong choice. Put one on in the morning, and you've got 50% of your outfit sorted. The rest just falls into place. Why not take a leaf out of Robert Mueller's book and let the color of angels do the talking?
Next slide. So that's about the white shirt. And talking about the suiting, darker colors. Darker colors. Do not wear any light colors. I don't care. It's summer outside. I don't care. It's daytime outside. People ask me like, hey, what do I wear during the daytime? And what do I wear during the nighttime? And I said, let me ask you this. When do the meetings take place? Meetings take place during the daytime. So obviously you got to look strong and you got to look whatever, that authority, power, whatever, and that's during the daytime. So the darker colors, you see that, and like I would say, black is the most powerful color. Navy, dark navy, you're wearing. I mean, it's a gorgeous, gorgeous color. Let me tell you 3 things about the navy color. Number 1, it falls well with all socioeconomic level people. So if you're dealing with people that who are, could be like from affluent or whatever, the middle class, lower middle class, so it falls well. Second, the dark navy or the navy color it has authority and it also has approachability. And you need both of these things when you're in HR. And the third thing is you can get a lot of mileage out of it. You can wear navy almost every other day. If you are a female, you can, do it with different accessories and all that. You can make a new outfit with that. And so you can get a best mileage out of that. So black, navy, and gray. These are the 3 colors that I would suggest. Now I'm going to say something about ladies here. So fasten your seatbelts. I know a lot of ladies like prints. If you look at prints galore. The problem is the CEO of the company is wearing prints, and then maybe the HR person is wearing prints, and then down the line everybody's print, and then same prints is worn by the maid of the house. The problem is not just this, the status part of it, but print is very busy. So when you are presenting yourself very busy, the message gets lost. There's a lot of distraction there. So I would advise that all the females here, if you start paying attention, I'm going to bring 2 women, very prominent women that we know. This is not a political statement, but we know who they are. Look at Benazir Bhutto. I think that you should pull out all her wardrobe. I mean, go on Google and all that, and you will see, you will hardly find her wearing prints. She was always in solid colors. So solid colors is what suggestion I'll give you, and in that I already gave you color, navy, black, grays. I mean, those are your best colors for that. And then Hina Rabbani, this is another, I think we know her. Gracefully, she represented our country, and also you will never see her, or had never seen her in prints. So these are my, 2 examples that I can give you. Now, dress code objectives for company employees. This is your other part. I just talked about you first, and now I'm going to talk about a little bit, and then maybe in 2 minutes I'm going to finish my presentation here. So what are the points here? Dress code, when you're thinking about dress code for your company, for your employees, you have to think about something like, what do you want to achieve? So here's this, align with corporate image. So look at your people and see what your corporate image is and see if they are aligned. Employee versus brand ambassador. Mr. Zafar Usmani, I'm very happy to have consulted him, and he talked about it, that employees are not employees, they are brand ambassador of the company. So how are we going to make them look like brand ambassadors? So you should think about that. Obviously, if you want my help, I can come to your company, we can talk about how to change your employees into brand ambassadors. Attire must resonate with your customers. In banking field, I mean, you are looking for high net worth people, and you don't look like you are a high net worth person, so how could you resonate with them? And then, obviously, the tie should be functional and comfortable. How can I help? I do seminars and training programs for companies. I can also help you devise a dressing code policy. And I also do company uniforms, one-on-one consultation. If anybody wants that, I can do that. Customized clothes, I can actually make the customized clothes for you. And you can reach me out. Here's my number. Also, I have a small booth outside. So if you want to take my brochure. Any question? I know. Yes, sir. Can you give the mic over there, please? All the way down there.
Assalamu alaikum. It was a wonderful presentation. My question is, I want to ask something from you as you are an image consultant, that if a person is wearing jeans along with black or gray or navy blue blazer, so what do you advise? Is that smart casual? Is it?
I think it's dressed for dinner. going out, but not in the office atmosphere. I would say forget about jeans, T-shirts, polos, chinos, sneakers, joggers, tracksuits. Workplace is a serious place. It's not a playground. So I call this not a casual wear, I call it a street wear. Streetwear means when you go out and on the street, you can wear that. So I would say think very, very hard when you are going to the office, because you have spent a lot of years building yourself, building your career, and it's very important how you look. So I think that outfit that you just described, if I'm taking my family out, I'm going for a nice dinner and all that, that would be great. Maybe very, very casual meeting, very casual outside. Maybe I'll do that, going to a country club or something, but not in the office environment. Any other question? Okay, so I don't want to be in between you and the lunch. This is the real. We're going to go have a great lunch. Thank you very much. I appreciate it. Thank you for your time.